We've just been playing around with the 3 eyelets that are built into the Husqvarna Viking Designer EPIC 2. All of these stitches are in the utility stitch menu. But what about the Bartacks? So stitch number 31, 32, and 37 are also in the same menu. Now, let me show you the last time I used Bartacks. We use them in our Stitching Cosmos online course, which you can check out the links below this YouTube video. We actually do a whole series on buttonholes and sewing on buttons, and we do these fabulous tassels. The tassels are put down first, and we use a Bartack to hold them in place, and then we stitch a button over the top of the Bartack. So it is kind of fun to realize how these stitches work, how long they are, and how to get them to form at the right place so we can have some fun tassels. So stitch number 31 is like an all built-in one size setting. You can make it a little longer as you wish, but you will find that if you need a much longer Bartack, you'll be doing stitch number 32 almost like you can set or customize your own length. You'll be sewing down towards you just like the white arrow is showing, and when you want to set the length, you end up touching the reverse button, and I believe the machine does the rest for you. Now these go vertical, but stitch number 37 actually goes left to right. So let's try some of these out on some fabric. So stitch number 31 is a stitch you can just step on the foot control, sew until it stops, or you can actually start the machine by using the start stop button on the front. You'll see it's just a down, back, and a quick done and a lock. Touch the thread cutter, and let's take a look at the length of the preset Bartack length. So it's just the right size. Usually that's where you'll find reinforcements for pockets or purse handles. That works great. Stitch number 32, this is the one where I get to customize my length. So let's just start up here. I'm going to step on my foot control so I have more control. And it's just going to stitch down straight, little tiny stitches. And then when I'm ready, I'll touch the reverse button and then go ahead and stitch back. Yes, I am going to be in control of where the turnaround point is, so I'm going to stop and touch the reverse button again. And I see that because on the screen it actually shows the reverse button coming up. And then I'll stitch down as far as I need it to be, and then to have the machine lock it off where I want it to end, touch the reverse button a third time, lock, and it's ready for, the cut. The cut is already programmed in there. I love it when that machine is smarter than me. So this was the length that I chose. I could have had that longer or even a little shorter. However long I wanted, I'm in control of its back and forth. So speaking of back and forth, let's do that stitch number 37. This one is just going to travel to the left and right. And I believe it goes about 4 times here. Back, forth, and a lock, and there's that automatic cut. I love it. So it's one of those stitches that it's all built in for you. So again, that would be a great one to stitch across some of those tassels as well. But this one will work. You just have to hold the tassels one direction, this way if we're using this one, or this way if you're using this one. So make sure that you try out some of the Bartacks when you're stitching out your stitch book so you know how they work.